So just to chat about the sacral chakra cleanses, and this is for week 2. So moving into our pranayama. So pranayama, we're going to be doing Kapalabhati, which I will explain to you in the video. But the Kapalabhati is a breath of fire, and the element of sacral chakra is fire. It's a very fiery part of the body. And so this breath of fire is really good to do in the morning. You want to avoid it at night because what it does is it wakes you up. So for those of you who are going to continue the coffee cleanse, this is a really good exercise to give you that fire. So meditation after pranayama or after the yoga the movement class, if you do movement class, 10 to 30 minutes, put your alarm on, and this is where you must really focus on that sacral chakra. Focus on the intention that you set for yourself for the week. What is it you want to let go? What is it that you want to manifest? Keep coming back to that. For the movement part, what we're going to be doing is yoga, of course, and some dance. So we're going to have belly dancing. My belly dancing teacher and my friend will be providing us with a short video just to show us how it works and what it feels like. And I'd really like to encourage you to try it, especially if you haven't tried it before, to really get those hips moving and just unlock any energetic blocks that are sitting there. So the daily musings, and this is the writings that you will do at night or in the morning, whenever it is that you do your ritual, to reflect back on all the things that allow you to feel deeply connected to yourself. So every day, write something different. You can maybe write 3 things and then another 3 things, and maybe something will develop from there. And you can start to get even more creative. You can start to write a poem or write a song, and really tap into, over the week, tap into what it is that really ignites that creative side of you. And we're going to be sharing that at the end of the week as part of our diary entry. You're going to be sharing some form of creative outlet that you use. So this could be a picture of you doing horse riding, or it could be a poem, or you could be singing, or whatever it is that is your creative outlet. So consuming of orange fruits and vegetables and orange root vegetables. Pumpkin is a perfect time for that. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin soup, butternut soup, orange smoothies, and I've added recipes for those above: a vegan pumpkin pie, orange smoothie, and a butternut soup. Cinnamon, sesame seeds, nuts, that kind of stuff to really nurture the space. And then for the fiery part of the chakra, you want to have cooling fruits like melon and passion fruit, mangoes, strawberries, and oranges. Always consider wearing something orange, so some kind of jewelry, orange jewelry, or head piece, or clothing, whatever. Maybe even just a flower, something that reminds you of that color so you can keep coming back to it. And then with regards to what you're going to listen to, I'll get a beautiful playlist from Flow, but also I've added some YouTube playlists for you to listen to while you're at home, because those frequencies are so relaxing and they just really help to nurture that space. Essential oils, if you have anything that I've mentioned, such as sandalwood, patchouli, ylang ylang, neroli, or if you have anything that is kind of really grounding, you can add that to your bath. You can put it on you and smell it. It's really good to use it in the morning first thing. I just wake myself up with that smell. It's so natural. Or throughout the day, and just spray it around the house. I often put it in a little spray bottle with a little bit of oil and some water and just spray it around, just a tiny bit of oil. And then of course the crystals. So using orange calcite, sunstone, tiger's eye, or any crystals that are around that color that you have, or stones that are orange, and use them in your meditations. You can hold them in your hands. You can put it in your sacred space. Hold it towards your sacral chakra whilst you meditate, whilst you breathe. And then, of course, we'll be doing our yoga class, which we're going to focus on the sacrum, the lower back. It's also a hippie class, quite a hippie class, focusing on growing from the ground. So we're getting higher now and taller. We're going to be doing a restorative practice, which is going to be all about therapy and all about letting go and all about healing this space. And so take time in a calm evening or morning where we can do your restorative, maybe following with the yoga nidra. And then the yoga nidra will then go deep into your mind to tap into anything that needs to be released in that space, a journey. And so that can be done. I like to do yoga nidra as often as I can in the evening, but that can be done after the restorative, or any nights, any evenings that you want to, especially when you're feeling a little bit anxious and you need something to end the day off well and relaxed. The yoga nidra is perfect for that. So to cleanse yourself, the cleanses this week, physically, I'd like to encourage you not to have any sex with yourself or with anybody else, because what this does is it's a distraction. And what we're trying to do here is nurture this space. And we don't want to have anybody else's energy or any other energy that is coming from the wrong place to be brought into our sacral chakra area during this week. So try, if it's for one day, if it's for 3 days, or if it's for a whole week, whatever it is that you would like to do, try to avoid that. And then do your belly dancing. It will help you to really get into those hips, get into that area. And then mentally, what we're going to do is I'm going to be sending you some sacred texts or poems or writings that I like. And what this does is it helps to clear your mind. And I'd like you to read them in the morning if you can, as part of your daily ritual, or in the evening, or if you're sitting on the toilet and you read it on the toilet. It's to start off the morning with something like that, as well as the silence. It gives you something to think about that's not somebody else's stories. It's a story of upliftment and of learning and of going deeper. And so this is what this practice of waking up and kind of cleansing the mind by placing a thought in there that is positive is a really powerful practice. And it comes down to the svayaya, which is the self-study. And this is when we do the self-study, we're studying, when we study this kind of stuff, we're studying ourselves. This is all about ourself, yoga and spirituality. It's about coming back to ourselves. And it is such a beautiful process to be able to do this svadhyaya every day and constantly come back to ourselves. And then spiritually, this chakra is all about giving back. So karma yoga is what we call it. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to give you a challenge to do something for somebody this week that is all about giving back. And this could be something as simple as smiling at somebody you wouldn't usually, or somebody who looks like they really need it, or making lunch for somebody who is hungry, somebody that is begging, or somebody that is homeless. And you can come up with whatever you want. Take some time to think about it. Maybe you give back to your charity. Maybe you offer up something to give back to charity at this time. And this practice of karma yoga, where you're giving back without expecting anything in return, is a really powerful way to create space for connecting to yourself.